So he was also a volunteer firefighter with some of the companies in Lebanon, 45 years on the active fire line, and this is to express appreciation for his devotion, commitment, and dedication to the county.
Okay, we'll seek a motion.
I make a motion to approve the proclamation for Richard Bleistine in honor of his service to our country and beyond.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and second. I would just like to comment that he was like a triple threat. He was on the city level, he was a city councilman also, and active in that area, but at the county level and as a country with serving our nation. And he also used to portray Uncle Sam at events. I mean, he was very learned in I'm sorry.
Patriotic?
Yeah, but learned in history, so he could express those things at different meetings. And he was very just well known throughout the county, as a very patriotic individual. And so I think this is a fitting proclamation to recognize all his work. So any other comments? If not, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. Okay.
Next item I have is a letter from the board to the acting Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army at the Pentagon in D.C., and this is a letter in opposition to the proposed wind turbine project on the Anthracite Ridge near Fort Indiantown Gap. You might recall back, I think, at the end of December, retiring Fort Indiantown Gap Commander and
Dave Weisnick
and Colonel Weisnick were here and spoke at length about this project and the threat that it presents to potential helicopter training and other air traffic out there, among other things, including the environment, wildlife, etc. This is a huge project that's been proposed. It is in Schuylkill County. I think in Higgins Township has been dealing with it from a zoning perspective, but ultimately there is a decision to be made by the Department of Defense on this. And so this letter outlines all of the reasons why here in Lebanon County we would be concerned about this project and its threat to the gap, and either the existence of the gap or the size or the level of service the gap provides now versus what could be if this affects its ability to train. So with that.
Yeah, Fort Indiantown Gap is a huge economic engine here in Lebanon County, and it's important that we support our military. They've been around since the World Wars, and in addition to the money that they bring into the community, they provide jobs, and they're good paying jobs, and they take care of us. They are our defense, and with everything going on in the world, it would be a sin and a shame not to extend this letter of support to our military. So I'll make a motion to approve this letter and submit it to the Department of Defense.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any questions regarding the motion? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. I would have liked if it could have been more concise, but I mean, there's a lot to deal with there. I understand that, but sometimes going over one page is. But it's a very meaty letter. There's a lot of good stuff in it.
All right. I've got then 3 other items. I have 2 hotel tax grant fund tourism grant applications. One is for the Swatara Watershed. I'm trying to speak too quickly here. Watershed Association, submitted by the President Bethany Canner. And this project is for Bordner Cabin flood restoration. It's a $53,000 total project cost, and attached to it is the estimates on the type of work, and some information about the Bordner Cabin being a destination for hikers, bikers, and horseback riders. In 2018, there was a 500-year flood where the boulders have been dislodged, the stream was destroyed, masonry from the foundation of the cabin was left unsupported. So This application is before you. The one thing I will point out to you, as I do anytime this exists, is that your policy on these grants, or your guidelines on the grant, is a maximum of $10,000. This one is requesting $39,750. You have waived those before. They're your guidelines. But in that, if that's the case, I'm just pointing that out because it still meets the 25% match to that amount, and so on. So hopefully you've had a chance to look over that and consider it.
Okay, seek a motion.
Motion to approve.
No second, I guess we can't do it. Just kidding. I'll second the motion. Any discussion? Joan, do you want to explain why you didn't?
I'll just be abstaining because I'm no longer president nor on the board, but the project originated when I was president due to the flood of 2018, and therefore there is the appearance of a conflict of interest. So I think that I should abstain to make sure I'm adhering with the law.
So you don't have any pecuniary interest, though, in this?
Correct.
That's the law.
That's,
Okay.
well, the law is more extensive than that, but I think the application can stand on its merits.
All right. Anything else? All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign,
And I abstain, please.
and one abstention. The award will be granted 2-1 with the abstention.
All right, then the next one I have is for Gretna Theater. They are requesting funding for their marketing strategic plan for the Mount Gretna Playhouse season coming up. And they have a total cost of this project of $25,000. They're requesting $10,000 toward that. They outline that as $5,000 in digital display ads, $2,500 to purchase billboards, $1,000 for digital platform ads within a 50-mile radius of Gretna through Google, Facebook, and MailChimp, and $1,500 for printed material. So they have received this type of grant before. I'll just note that they do a very nice job administering it and following up and putting it to use, and I probably don't have to speak to the reach of Gretna Theater in terms of drawing tourists in the area.
All right, we'll seek a motion.
A motion to approve that.
And I'll second the motion for the Gretna Theater grant.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve this $10,000 grant. Any discussion? I just would like to note, I hadn't noticed this before with them, that Pat Castagna is the president of their board of directors, and one of the son-in-laws of Carlos Arleffler. So they don't live in Lancaster, but he's still very active in Lebanon County, which is nice to see. If there's nothing else, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. Okay.
And lastly, I have exemption from real estate requests of disabled veterans who all three here meet the criteria for the program, an exemption. They are Constance Shea of Spring Hill Lane, Lebanon, Brenda Hartman of Jonestown Road, Lebanon, Jonestown Road, Jonestown, and James Carpenter of Monroe Valley Drive, Jonestown.
I'll make a motion to approve the veterans, 100% disabled veterans real estate tax exemptions as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Any questions regarding the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So moved. Pretty good there, Jamie? Is that it? All right. Anything else from the floor?
Just a quick fun question.
Fun question?
Yeah,
We'll take
for
it.
Commissioner Kuhn, how did your first meeting go?
Well, we got through the first meeting, and then I didn't have to vote to raise taxes, so I think that's a good thing.
All that I know from here?
Taking the fifth.
Yeah, I'm just honored to be here and be a part of this. I was born and raised here and was given so many blessings and opportunities as a kid growing up, and now as a parent raising my family. You look at this as an opportunity to serve and give back.
Okay. Any other fun questions or other questions?